actually applied pretty late, to be honest with you guys, because I was so focused on school. But the 3 internships that like I was really wanting, they didn't respond to me. So I was like, okay, I need to start getting active and proactive and start emailing different internships that I think will be pretty good for what I'm trying to do in the future. So I emailed a couple of, I emailed like a couple of departments in Nashville and in like the Atlanta area. And within like a day's time, Round Hill Music, they responded. And and then at first, he was like, what do you want to do? What are you trying to do in the future? What do you do right now? So I pretty much told him what I do, what I'm interested in music business, marketing, things of that nature. But they're mainly like a publishing company. So there's not really that much marketing. It's more like catalogs and licensing music out to companies for commercial use and stuff like that. So I emailed him and he was like, oh, cool. We'll just, send the resume through a couple of the departments in the company and I'll get back to you. So then another day goes by and he comes back and he's like, well, we have a couple departments that want you, so is an interview next week fine? I was like, sure. And this was the last day of school. Like I was literally about to head back to Atlanta when he sent this. So I was thinking, I was like, dang, it's all the way back in Nashville. Am I gonna have to drive all the way back up here the day of, or what? And then I was like, oh yeah, my aunt. So my aunt and my Uncle Ron. And so I texted her and I was like, is it okay if I stay with you guys next week for this interview that I have? And she's like, of course, it's fine, it's your home away from home. So then until that time came, I was just preparing, reading up on the website, getting to know like the different people up top. So the day before the interview comes, I come up there to Nashville, I'm chilling with Ron. We have a crazy highway driving session. It was pretty fun. And, they made me feel right.
Let her hair blow in?
Yeah, let her hair blow in the wind a little bit and asked, and, nothing too crazy. And they made me feel right at home and allowed me to get comfortable. So I was comfortable. And then the next day, I head to the interview. And as I'm heading to the interview, my interviewer calls me and he's like, well, the show Nashville is filming here in the company building, so we might have to reschedule the interview. And I was like, well, I just came up here from Atlanta, so that can't, I needed to be today. Like, I needed to be today. And then he was like, okay, how about Starbucks around the corner? So I was like, cool, that works. So then I told my Lyft driver, because I didn't bring my car up there, so I was just using Lyft, which is like Uber pretty much. And so we head to Starbucks, and then, I'm dressed up like business casual, nothing too crazy. And then he comes, and at first we couldn't find each other, so I had to call him. I was like, I've been here for the past 15 minutes, because I got there 15 minutes early. And I was just reading up on his bio, actually. And then he was like, oh, well, I've been here too, but I can't find you. So I showed him where I was, and then he came over. He was just wearing jeans and a t-shirt, all casual, chilling. And then the first thing he said was he said, do you know Jordan Mitchell, who is she's a classmate that I studied with for every big test that we had. She was in my copyright law class, my contracts and legal issues class, pretty much all of my classes dealing with publishing. So it was pretty ironic, and she was like, she's been interning here, and she saw your resume and said, you need to hire this dude. And I was like, wow. Yeah, so I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that, but yes, I know her, and she's right. So then, I asked good questions. I pretty much killed the interview. I answered every question promptly. I was able to tell him about himself, and he realized I did research on him and stuff, so he was impressed with that. And he pretty much said, we'll get back to you in a month. You pretty much have it. Just let us know if you get any other internships, and we'll be happy to work with you soon. So that's pretty much the
Amen.
So, yeah.
And so the encouragement I want to say is, who remembers the last week was maximizing that moment? And in one moment, God can turn things around. And so I'm just going to share before the interview and all that. you were a little hard on yourself because you're like, man, I could have been on this more. And I was like, you know what? God is so much bigger than us. Yeah. You know, I mean, at that moment, you know, normally I would hammer you, you know, but I could see that he was already hammering himself. He didn't need me to hammer him. And I just like, wait a minute. God got you there. God got you debt free. He got your scholarship. He gave us in-state tuition. God's going to keep on doing it. Amen. And sometimes we forget that God is in control. Amen. And so, you know, we just said in a moment, God can give us all the interns that we need where you get a chance to choose from the one that you want. That's just the first one. Amen. So we're believing God. So we're just in faith. Amen. And I'm glad I got the long version since he's up here. Praise God. Because I just...
Well, I'm going to add one thing. One thing that was, one thing we were praying that week when you're like, man, I don't know. We kept getting right people, right places, right time. Right people, right places, right time.
That's right.
You needed to be in Nashville. Rhonda and Ron are right there. Right people, right places, right time. You went to an interview with a lady who's recommending you there, studies with you. Right people, right places, right time. God knows what he's doing. He's bigger sometimes than what we even recognize. Right people, right places.
Amen. 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 Come on, give a hand clap for him and Lydell coming up. Praise God. Good to see the men of God coming forward. Amen.
First thing I would like to tell you guys, don't throw away junk mail. I went to the mailbox and I seen something that said Voyage. And you know, there's a commercial with Voyage with like internet phone or whatever. And I was like, man, with me, I was like, man, I get more junk mail than anything. If it doesn't say Atlanta Gas or, you know, something that you pay on a regular basis. So I opened it up and it was a check. And I'm like, it was from an investment company. See, what I would do for a living is considered seasonal. I can work for 6 months, I could work for 3 years, and then I'll take a layoff and then they'll send me somewhere else. But they sent me a check and it was an investment check. But you gotta understand, you know, when you do your benefit package, I never signed up for it. And I was like, well, I'll take it. So another thing is I did some, in my due diligence, I called one of the executives that I know there. And he was like, wow, they sent you a check, huh? He was like, I said, where did it come from? He said, well, you normally have to be on my level to get it. I said, well, he said, did you get this, and I said, well, they didn't give me that. He said, okay. He said, well, take it. So
praise God.
That's it.
Praise God.
We'll take that.
Don't throw away junk mail.
Amen. Thank God for that. Amen. Holly, thank you for checking.
I just have a little testimony. I never told. So I got my review at Target, and
I didn't know about this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was.
I learned about my kids at church. Come here.
I think it was a Wednesday or something like that. So I wasn't at church or something. But yeah, I got my review, and there's 3 levels. Either you do exceptionally well with the service, you need improvement, or like you're not meeting it at all. And they said I was exceptional on everything. And that most of the guests that gave good reviews were for me, so they said every time they saw my name that they knew that it was going to be good. And they also gave me a little raise, so thank God for that.
I did not know that. Praise God. All right. Hallelujah. Praise God. Give me some of that money, boy.
Congratulations. This is, well, like him. I think it's small, but it might be big to y'all. For my spring semester, I had a teacher. I don't like history like that at all. And we had to write a paper that was like, basically if you fail the paper, you fail the class. So I was really stressing out doing this paper. And I had to do it on Zell Miller. And so I went to the library. They got like the writing center. And it's like a 3-page paper, which is pretty legit. And so I turned it in, and Wesley was in the car with me when this happened. And I was like, my friend was like, did you see he put the grades? I was like, really? I was like, yeah. She's like, I got a 50 out of 50, which is a perfect score. That's what she got. I got a 48 out out of 50, which is an A.
Praise God.
But with the bonus points, I got a perfect score, which is a 50-50. So.
Yay, praise God.
And he gave me positive feedback. He said it was a really good paper and that he didn't know something about Zell Miller's mom because he reads like a lot of Zell Miller papers. So he was like, that was a very nice insight you did on her mother, on his mother, and my GPA is now a 3.3. Okay.
Yeah! Hallelujah! Praise God. Thank you for sharing. Thank God for hope. Amen.